Hello friends, Christian here with BrickLifeCrisis. This channel is recommended for adult and teen fans of LEGO. If you are younger than the age of 13, you're welcome to watch, but first, get your parents' permission. Hello friends, Christian here with BrickLifeCrisis again, and today we're taking a look at LEGO Star Wars set number 75301. This is Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter. This set consists of 474 pieces, including 4 minifigures. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and open it up, build it up, and see what we think. A quick look at the back of the box gives us another view of this thing, and yeah, let's go ahead and get building. Inside the box we have 4 numbered bags, a sticker sheet, and a manual. So this is what we have after bag 1. We have Luke Skywalker, R2-D2, and the main fuselage. That yellow stripe is a sticker. Everything else is either bricks or printed. And at the end of bag 2 we've added 2 more figures and extended the fuselage. Step 109 and Step 111 introduce some new parts, or at least new to me. This is a 1x1 with an axle hole in it, and this is a 1x2 with a Technic hole in it, but it peacocks. So anyway, this is the it's a 1x2 with a Technic hole and a plate coming out of the middle of it. So that's interesting. Those are both new parts to me. Have you seen these before in other sets? Let me know. And here it is, set 75301, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter. As you can see, we have 4 figures. The fighter itself, we have an extra round of ammunition for the spring-loaded shooter, and a brick separator. Let's go ahead and take a look at each component one by one. So this set included 4 figures, including R2-D2. This is very similar to R2-D2s we've gotten before, essentially the same print. I got kind of lucky. The head print is relatively straight, so a lot of times those lines are very crooked, but mine turned out to be not too bad. One of these days I would love it if they would come out with an R2 with a 3rd leg and some print around the back, but other than that I don't think there's a whole lot they need to do with R2. He's pretty good. Next up we have a Princess Leia, and this one's very nice. It has the newer skirt piece with some nice printing on the front and back. The back of the torso has a nice print. You can see she does have an alternate face there as well. She includes the sidearm blaster, and then her primary face is also very nice. The torso print is great. This figure I think was previously available in the Tantive 4 set, but anyway, it's a nice figure and not bad for an extra inclusion. And here we have General Dodonna. This is also a really nicely done figure, also available in the Tantive 4 set. He has the medium blaster, this time in kind of a silver color. You can see the back torso print there, and he also has an alternate face, which isn't bad. The hair that he uses is Doc Brown's hair from the Back to the Future stuff, but it works. It's perfectly appropriate for this figure, and again, a nice inclusion. And of course we need a pilot, so for that we have Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing outfit. He includes his lightsaber, really nicely printed helmet, good torso print. We get rid of the lightsaber, we can see a little bit better the torso and the rest of the figure. The opacity on this one isn't too bad. It would be nice to have that white be a little bit whiter to match the helmet a bit more, but nicely done overall. Take off his helmet, get a better look at that face print, and he does have an alternate face where the visor is up. The X-Wing itself is very good. The overall shaping is nice. A couple of minor complaints. The nose cone is not quite accurate. I think they did a fair job considering the limitations they had with the price point and size, and but it doesn't look quite right. It's a little bit narrow, and if we look at it, top-down view, you can kind of see what I mean. It should flare out a little bit more than that. I like what they've done with the blasters on the side. Those look good. There's some nice detail. This is all brick built, but you've got some stickers on the extreme sides, and then up on the wings. This is the Red 5 version of the X-Wing, and that is a sticker. The previous version that I'll show you in a little bit, you actually had a printed plate that had the Red 5, and it included an alternate version, so you can make it a different version of the X-Wing if you want, which is cool. They did not do that in this case. That's a nice sticker there. You have room for R2-D2. There's a cockpit with a printed console, and then back here we have the other minor complaint, and that is that the rear section is a little too boxy, a little too square. It doesn't look too bad, but it's not quite right. Again, for younger kids, it doesn't matter. Got some more sticker detail on the other wing, of course, and you'll notice below, on the lower section of the wings, we have the spring-loaded shooters, which is nice for play value. There's the opposite side sticker there. We also have a little bit of sticker on the engine cowling on either side. The R2-D2 section is not bad, but he doesn't quite go down far enough, in my opinion. You push him down, he kind of sticks up a bit far. It works, but maybe he's getting stuck on something. Let's see. Yeah, that's about as far down as I can get him, so it's not quite right. It's okay, but it would be nice if he went down a little bit deeper. We also have a couple of stickers there on those Technic pieces to add a little bit more detail. And back here we have a little clip where you could conceivably put the lightsaber hilt if you wanted to, so that's cool. If we open the cockpit, you can see there's just a suggestion of a seat, and we can set Luke in there. He's kind of got to lay back a bit to be able to fit in there properly, but it works out okay. And I think really for a kid's toy, this is really good. The retail price on this is substantially less than the previous versions, and it still looks very good. Speaking of previous versions, for the sake of comparison, this is the one, I think from 2012 or something like that. It's a bit older, but you can see it is larger. Stack them on top of each other and you can really see the difference there. There's a lot more detail. This nose cone, for example, is a lot more accurate. Got a little bit better shaping towards the back. Although this one and other ones, R2-D2 goes in sideways. So even though this guy doesn't go down so far, he actually fits in the proper way, which is good. And this is what I'm talking about. There's that printed tile with the red 5 stripes. And there was an alternate build for this where you just replaced those with different number of stripes. I don't remember what it was, but that was kind of cool. The other thing on this one, in order to put it into the attack position, turn this knob, and you have these rubber bands back here which can get brittle over time. With this one, it's a little bit different. You don't have that knob back there. Instead, you push down on this Technic piece right here, and by doing that, it opens the X foils like so, and they automatically close when you land it. So that's kind of cool. A slight downside for me is the landing gear is not retractable. It's out all the time. It's not the end of the world, but it would be nice if that could hide away somehow. But overall, I think it's pretty good. And there's a top-down view of the two different X-Wings just for the sake of comparison. And for those that are curious, this is the difference between the two Luke Skywalkers. As you can see, the newer one has quite a bit more detail in that print and in the face as well. The helmets on both are quite good, but overall I think the new figure is a big improvement. And just for good measure, again, we have the two different versions of R2-D2, and again, the newer one is more accurate with the more silver dome, a bit more detail in the print. And yeah, that is the comparison of R2-D2s. So this set retailed in the United States for $50, which is substantially less than the previous versions, which were sold for about $80. This is smaller, not as well detailed, but I think for the target audience of kids about 9, 10, maybe 12 years old, this is darn near perfect. It's a great toy. It's not necessarily a collector model, but I think the value is very strong, and I think a lot of parents will appreciate the lower price point, and the kids, for the most part, I don't think will care. There will be some, of course, that are more detail-oriented, but I know my nephews, for example, would love this thing and would not care that it is smaller or a bit less detailed or a bit less accurate than the previous versions. So I think for that audience, this is a really, really good deal. For the collectors, maybe you want to go ahead and get the previous versions or even the UCS version. But yeah, this is intended for kids ages 9 and up. So despite the inaccuracies and lack of certain elements, I think they've done a really good job with this. Anyway, this has been Christian with BrickLifeCrisis. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave us a like. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care. May the Force be with you. Bye for now.